Hey, how's it going? So today I wanted to talk about what is a man and where did masculinity go in the world? Where did masculinity go? I don't know. Today is a lot of feminized men in the world. A lot of men don't know about their masculine energy and how their masculine energy is their superpower. A lot of men today, it has been already researched that testosterone in men nowadays has pretty much been like a 30 to 40, 50% drop from the men in the past. And, it's a couple of reasons because of that, less physical jobs being done. Men are pretty much having to be more, versatile in the home, housework, and things of that nature, and of course, the growing independence of the woman definitely made men try to reinvent themselves, but they kind of reinvented themselves into a more feminized version of themselves, of ourselves, I should say. From, of course, the start of us men, most of us being raised by single mothers and not understanding, not seeing masculinity in our lives, definitely plays a role because we become a feminine mindset by the women that we're raised around and are raised with that feminine mindset. And, we become raised with a mentality of emotion, which is definitely destructive for anyone. Emotion is, if anything, the kryptonite to a man, because an emotional man does not work. An emotional man is destructive. An emotional man is outgoingly destructive to everything around him. He's unsteady. He's unstable. He's difficult to talk to. He definitely has a hot head towards everything. I mean, that pretty much describes the young black teenager today. Just hot head, quick to flip off, quick to prove yourself, quick to try to always fight back, which is feminine. Always fighting back and always gotta correct someone. It's this feminine energy. And I can understand how, you know, boys, we don't see it. We never see it. I realized it myself. I grew up with a feminine nature, with a feminine energy. That's why I'm so behind in my life today. Because I didn't realize my masculine power till about 38, 40 is when I started realizing the power within me and the ability to understand that, I belong. And masculine energy is something to be cherished. It's something to be honored. And a lot of men don't realize that in their life. So today I want to talk about what is a man? Definition. My definition of what a man is. A man is responsible. A man is accountable. A man is trustworthy, and a man is logical. These are all my definitions of what encompasses a masculine man. I'm going to break down each one of those definitions and go through them and analyze them. First one is responsible. A man is responsible. A man must first prove to himself he can be counted upon to know what he says he will do. Take care of your things, no matter how cheap it is. It's yours. It's a reflection who you are and becoming. responsible. This is a definite something you have to learn in life. This is something I had to learn in life, being responsible. Being responsible for my belongings, being responsible for my feelings, being responsible for my reactions to people. Very important, my reactions to people. I grew up with that mentality just like everyone else. Someone made me say something to them. Someone made me do something. Someone made me angry. Someone made me happy. We have to understand that we, no one is responsible for our reactions to them. No one is. If they're able to elicit happiness or elicit anger, that is your choice. You choose what your emotions to be. If you say someone made you do something, then that only exemplifies or shows your weakness to the outside world. Shows that you have no responsibility for yourself. Everyone is responsible for your emotions, which is a very common excuse in today's society. Should not be tolerated. Should not be tolerated. If we all started from there, of our self-responsibility, man, we'd be in a further place. Let me talk about that. Responsibility. I lost my place. Number 2. Oh, no. Being responsible, man. Accountable. Be the same person, day in, day out. Not allow the world to dictate, manipulate who you are. Do not sell out to fit in. Be genuinely, amazingly you. Someone will see that greatness. That's something I've worked with as a child. I was afraid to be myself. I was always trying to adjust myself to others. Even though I am Sigma, INFJ, empath, and that's one of my natural characteristics is to adjust to others around me. I did not allow myself to be myself. I figured if I fit in, just like everyone else in society, if we fit in, people will like us. People will adjust to us. But what I found is that adjusting to others all of the time, you lose track of yourself. And so you have to be accountable for yourself. You have to be accountable for your emotions, for how you feel, for who you are inside. I don't change myself for anything. I am who I am. I have a keen fashion sense. I love being fashionable. I don't change that for anyone. I believe in treating others and myself regardless of how they treat me. Being accountable. I believe in being accountable for everything I do and try to do in my life. Just like with this, I'm trying to record something daily, every day. I'm trying to record something, whatever it is, just talk about it so I can get better and get accountable with this podcast thing, because I said I was going to do it, so I am going to do it. Number 3, trustworthy. Don't be afraid to take or give chances. People deserve an opportunity to prove to you what they're about. If we're afraid to let someone prove themselves to us, then that means we don't trust ourselves. And we don't trust our emotions because we don't trust how we will react. We have to be willing to give someone options, to give someone a chance to mess up or to do good. And if they do mess up, we have to understand that there's consequences to that and express those consequences and execute those consequences. Definitely. Trustworthy. Learn to trust yourself. Definitely. Then you can learn to lend trust to others. If you don't have your bucket of trust full within yourself, and what I mean by trusting yourself, you know who you are, you know how you react, you know who you trust. You know what you're about, pretty much. And when you can trust yourself, you can lend trust to others. And you can trust what you feel, and you can trust your instincts that you develop in life, and not live with a notion of, oh man, everyone's out to do me wrong. Everyone is out to wait to see me fail. And that may be true. I mean, people are out there to try to see you fail, but there's people out there who want to see you achieve as well. I definitely believe that. Big time. Remember, they're human people. People are human and flawed and make mistakes, just like you. And when you understand that about yourself, that you're flawed, that you develop, you can grow, you can learn, just like other people. We make mistakes. We all make mistakes. We all get tempted, but we have to be able to give ourselves grace, to give ourselves mercy. Definitely. That's the only way we keep it moving. Grace and mercy. If we can give ourselves grace, if we can forgive ourselves, we can forgive others, man. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't dig that. They haven't forgiven themselves for the mistakes they've done in the past. They feel like there's no retribution from that. There's no comeback from that. We have to grow trust in ourselves every day. Trust that if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. With ourselves. We have to make a communion with ourselves. Lastly, logical. Think before you speak. Man, that's so hard. Be thoughtful in your words. Speak your truth. It's okay to not be okay, but think through your emotions and have conscious reactions. This is a practice. This is a daily thing. We don't just wake up and be like this, guys. It's hard to not be reactive to someone who is we feel that may be disrespecting us, offending us. It's hard to take a thought back and ask yourself why. That's why it's a daily practice. Life is 10% what happens to you, and 90% how you react to it. I mean, man, that ain't the biggest statement. Whatever and that's so true. I've seen it happen in my life, and I've seen it happen in others so much. I've seen bad things happen to them, and I've seen how people and myself can make situations worse. It's our reaction to things. I've been in situations where I realized if I did nothing, things would just work out. And I've seen in situations to where I did everything to not help myself in a situation, which was not being logical in every situation. Emotions is the biggest setback to logical thinking. If you're emotional in your thought process, just like any other human being, boy, don't try to make no decisions, because you will not make one. I've known that when I've been emotional, I've made the wrong decision about 90% of the time. But definitely, those are my 4 keys to a man. And of course, this will expand into how a man, how a woman how her femininity affects a man's masculinity. Definitely. How a masculine man needs a feminine woman. I'm going to talk about all of this. But that's in future cases. But peace out. That's all we got today. Thanks.